Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that affects every single one of us: money. Specifically, we're going to talk about the top 5 most common money mistakes people make, and more importantly, how you can steer clear of them. Making smart financial decisions is a skill, and like any skill, it can be learned. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools to build a stronger, more secure financial future. So, grab a notebook, and let's get started on transforming your relationship with money. The first major mistake, and honestly, the one that trips up so many people, is not having a budget. I know. The word budget can sound restrictive and boring, like you're putting your finances on a strict diet. But think of it differently. A budget isn't about restriction, it's about empowerment. It's a roadmap that shows you exactly where your money is going. Without it, you're essentially driving blind. You work hard for your money, right? So shouldn't you be in control of it? Creating a budget is simpler than you think. Start by tracking your income and all your expenses for a month. All of them. From your rent and utility bills down to that daily coffee or streaming subscription. You can use a simple spreadsheet, a notebook, or one of the many great budgeting apps out there. The goal is to get a clear picture of your cash flow. Once you see where your money is going, you can start making conscious decisions. You might be shocked to see how much those small, seemingly insignificant purchases add up. Once you have that data, you can create a plan that aligns with your goals, whether that's saving for a vacation, paying off debt, or investing for the future. A budget gives you permission to spend, guilt-free, on the things that matter most to you while ensuring your financial foundation is solid. All right, moving on to mistake number 2. Living with high-interest debt, especially credit card debt. This is a financial trap that is incredibly difficult to escape. Think of high-interest debt as trying to run up a down escalator. You're working hard to make payments, but the interest keeps pulling you back down, and sometimes you end up further behind than when you started. A 20% interest rate on a credit card can double the amount you owe in just a few years if you're only making minimum payments. It's a wealth-destroying machine. So, how do you escape this cycle? The first step is to stop adding to the debt. Cut up the cards if you have to, or at least put them away somewhere safe. Then, you need an aggressive repayment plan. 2 popular methods are the debt snowball and the debt avalanche. With the snowball method, you pay off your smallest debts first for quick psychological wins, then roll those payments into the next smallest debt. With the avalanche method, you tackle the debt with the highest interest rate first, which saves you the most money over time. Whichever method you choose, the key is consistency and focus. Make it your #1 financial priority to get rid of that high-interest debt. Your future self will thank you immensely. This brings us to our third common mistake: not having an emergency fund. Life is unpredictable. Your car breaks down, you have an unexpected medical bill, or you suddenly lose your job. These things happen. An emergency fund is your financial safety net that catches you when they do. Without one, these unexpected events can force you to go into high-interest debt, derailing your financial progress and adding a massive amount of stress to an already difficult situation. It's the buffer between you and financial disaster. So, how much should you have? A good rule of thumb is to save at least 3 to 6 months' worth of essential living expenses. I know that sounds like a lot, and it won't happen overnight. Start small. Aim to save your first $1,000. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to a separate high-yield savings account each payday. Even if it's just $20 or $50 to start, the key is to make it automatic and consistent. This pay-yourself-first approach ensures you're building your safety net before you have a chance to spend the money elsewhere. Having that cushion will give you incredible peace of mind and the freedom to handle life's curveballs without panicking. Next up, mistake number 4, trying to time the market. This is a huge one for people who are just starting to invest. They hear stories about someone who bought a stock at the perfect low and sold at the perfect high and think, I can do that. The reality is, almost no one can consistently time the market, not even the professionals. Trying to do so often leads to buying high out of FOMO, fear of missing out, and selling low during a panic. It's a recipe for losing money. The market is driven by countless factors, and short-term movements are notoriously unpredictable. So, what's the smarter approach? It's a strategy called time in the market, not timing the market. Instead of trying to guess the market's next move, focus on investing consistently over the long term. This is where dollar cost averaging comes in. By investing a fixed amount of money at regular intervals, say every month, you automatically buy more shares when prices are low and fewer shares when prices are high. This smooths out your purchase price over time and takes the emotion out of investing. The power of compound growth is your greatest ally. By staying invested through the market's ups and downs, you give your money the time it needs to grow substantially. It's a less exciting, but far more effective, path to building long-term wealth. And finally, the fifth, and perhaps most subtle mistake, lifestyle inflation. This is what happens when your income increases and your spending increases right along with it. You get a raise or a promotion, and suddenly you feel you deserve a nicer car, a bigger apartment, or more expensive clothes. While it's fine to enjoy the fruits of your labor, letting lifestyle inflation go unchecked is one of the biggest reasons people feel like they're on a treadmill, never getting ahead financially, no matter how much they earn. They're making more money, but their savings rate stays the same or even goes down. The key to avoiding this trap is to be intentional with any new income. Before you upgrade your lifestyle, upgrade your future. When you get a raise, make a plan for that extra money. Before it hits your bank account, decide to automatically divert at least half of that new income towards your financial goals, paying off debt faster, boosting your retirement contributions, or investing more. This way, you can still enjoy some of the extra money now, but you're also significantly accelerating your path to financial freedom. It's about finding that balance between enjoying your life today and building a secure and prosperous life for tomorrow. Don't let your goals get pushed further away just because your paycheck got bigger. So, there you have it, the top 5 money mistakes and how to avoid them. To recap, start a budget to control your money, create a plan to aggressively pay down high-interest debt, build an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months' expenses, invest for the long term instead of trying to time the market, and control lifestyle inflation by saving a portion of every raise. I know this is a lot of information, but don't feel overwhelmed. You don't have to fix everything at once. Pick one area to focus on this week. Maybe it's just tracking your spending for 7 days, or maybe it's setting up that automatic transfer to your savings account. Small, consistent actions are what lead to massive transformations over time. Building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. You've already taken a huge step just by watching this and educating yourself. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel reach more people. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our future videos on personal finance and building a life you love. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Which of these tips are you going to start implementing first? Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.